Hey guys, over the next little while, I'm going to be putting up a mini-series on self-esteem, finding your happiness and body image, that kind of thing. I'm going to be telling a couple personal stories, so if that's not something you're interested in, not really something you want to hear, you can watch out for that so that you know which videos not to watch. And if you're just here for the makeup, those are going to keep coming. I'm still going to be doing tutorials on a regular basis. So I guess today's going to be kind of just an intro. I'll tell you a little bit about myself and what I've kind of gone through to get to where I am now. Because I used to be an extremely shy person. I was very self-conscious, very worried about what people would say about me, and that I took everything really to heart. And I was in elementary school, and I honestly think that this is probably what kind of set everything off. I was a little on the shy side, but one day my best friend since probably kindergarten, and this would have been in grade 5, decided that she would too good for me. She was like, oh, well, gonna hang out with the popular kids now, and I was never really invited. It was never something that was an option for me. It was kind of, not that I really care, but at the time, I was 10. For a lot of 10-year-olds, being part of the in crowd and being popular is pretty important. So that was kind of a tough thing for me. And we made up afterwards, but kind of, things were never the same. We kind of grew apart. So I blamed myself. Oh well, something's wrong with me. And that was, the first mistake, I guess, that I made, is I took it all upon myself, and I went, oh, well, I've got to change something. Well, the next year, I did something that no 12-year-old should be doing, no 11-year-old should be doing. And, with permission from my mother, I picked up a book on counting calories. I was at most 12 years old. I'm thinking I was probably 11. And I started restricting calories, thinking that this was normal. This would help me. What? I don't know. But that was an issue for a very long time with me, is weight, and it still is. I can recognize that I'm quite skinny. That does not negate the internal desire to lose another 5 pounds. And that's something that I do struggle with. I moved on. I've made a new best friend, and she's still my best friend, actually. And I guess, aside from the fact that I was picked on a little bit for the same reason that I never did make it into the popular crowd, but I didn't have an extremely difficult life socially after I moved into high school. I went to 2 different high schools. I started in one, switched to another, and then for my last year I switched back to the first school. And I think that might have helped too. Just it gave me the option, it gave me the opportunity to kind of start again when I needed it, which is apparently something I do a lot. I just I get tired of one place, be it a city, be it a school, and go somewhere else. and that has been a constant in my life for several years. But yeah, I spent 1 year at the first school, and honestly I think my big reason to switch schools was that I decided that I wanted to be in the French program, which was not offered at the first school I was at. So I switched. I spent 3 years in the other school, and I think it was a bigger school, it was easier to get lost in, and as much as it was good for me because I met a whole lot of new people, I kind of got back to the same problems, and I didn't start, I wasn't counting calories anymore. It was just too much effort. So I started skipping breakfast. I had a good excuse, my school was half an hour away, I had to catch the bus, I didn't have time in the morning. So I started skipping breakfast, and then I started not eating my lunch. And when my friends did start noticing that I wasn't eating, then I developed bulimia, and I would eat so that they would be happy, and then I started eating because I missed it. But again, after several months, several years with, I'm not going to say anorexia because I never got extremely low. I was not eating well, and it was something that I tended to avoid. So there's a guilt issue. It's like I shouldn't be eating this much, and I would throw up. So again, these are for the most part issues that I have gotten over. I had the help of a psychiatrist. I was speaking with a psychiatrist for several years, and I've still got issues. I recently put on 15 pounds, and to be quite honest, that terrified me. Like, that was just not something I could deal with. So it is still, it's an ongoing trauma, but it's something that, at least I'm able to cope with now. And I think, honestly, as the years go by, things just do keep getting better. Elementary school is hard because as soon as kids really realize that they've got that power, kids can be pretty mean without meaning to be. And high school is also pretty tough. But I think I did 1 year of university, and things just keep kind of getting better. People are more mature, and you get to see things from a new point of view. I guess we'll label this one body image. And I'll probably do a follow-up next week on strategies to cope with this, because, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, but that doesn't mean that we should necessarily strive for that, because you're always going to be disappointed. And it's better to really learn to be happy and be comfortable and confident with what God gives you, and learn to be happy that way. Okay, well, I hope this helped some of you. Leave your comments below if there's anything you'd like me to talk about, and I will see you guys all soon. Take care.